About to do a race today, and this is day 2 for racing. I've had a few days of qualifying. I didn't get started this week until Thursday, and I haven't had much luck. My goal was to qualify at 131 or 130, and I'm good. 131.36 has me in P2 on the grid in a B driver rating group. So if you've been watching any of the live struggle, I only had one day of racing. My day one is typically a struggle, so it's fine. But I also was at the back of the pack a lot. And I started losing out on my driver rating because I had a few offs, which meant I didn't finish very well. I ended up losing spots by the end of the race, and that's where your driver rating starts to go backwards. So the race groups that I was starting to be a part of had more and more C-rated drivers, and it was just an indicator that I was losing my driver rating. Still a B rating, but probably on the low end, and threatening to become a C-rated driver for the time being. So happy with the qualifying times. I did qualify at the 131.368 here recently. I'm driving the Porsche 911. Started off the week in the Lamborghini Huracan, and admittedly, it's a bit tail happy for me. I don't do well without a lot of traction control, and it feels to me like driving without traction control. So as I continue to improve personally, maybe I'll get better, but it was much simpler for me just to move into the Porsche 911, where I tend to stick to the tarmac much better. So let me flash my lights at you. I'm in the Edwin Quinn gold, black, and red livery. And so with today being the first race of the day, even though I'm qualifying at the front of the pack, I'm going to focus to start off with on being calm. There's probably some drivers behind me that are faster than me and have been more consistently racing with other cars on track. So I'm not going to hold myself to too high of a to stay in second place. I'm just out here to have fun, learn, and get a little bit of practice. I also have to watch my defensive lines. There's a lot of areas for routine passing. I'm coming up here on turn 5, I guess it would be. And while the fastest line is the outside of the track, I often get passed here on the inside. So I'm taking the inside line. So far, so good. I like the line that I'm taking. And I got turned. But that was my fault. I did slow down into that corner. So I had a little bit of oversteer. And because of that, it made me slow down. And so the car behind me wasn't prepared to slow down that much. So now I'm going to spend my time working my way back up to the front. And that's going to come by not being too aggressive, but really just driving my clean line. This really has been a fun track this week, and I've overcome a few challenges. So despite dropping back, from second to 12th, it's not really a big deal. This is fun. As you can see, that inside line, even though it's not the fastest, does have its advantages. It is hard to get around when somebody's trying to pass you on the inside. So as you can see, the car behind me tried to make a pass, and it just didn't work out for them because I already held the line. And that's what was happening to me. I'm gonna give a little bit of space here. So I actually let up a little bit, let that car go, and I was able to make a clean pass. Car behind me is gonna try to pass on the inside, so I'm gonna stay to the inside. I'm gonna stay in the slipstream. I'm offline right now, so I need to be careful going into this turn. Gonna try to apply some pressure to Jewel play and drive a little bit of a defensive line for the car behind me. It is interesting, I'm driving slower than I normally would through here. I'm going to keep the inside line here. So I'm using the slipstream to pick up some speed. Gotta be careful of contact here. Catch Meg's slipstream, hit my turning point. So that's a tough spot because I've worked on that corner enough that I a lot of the times am faster than the drivers in front of me, so I end up having to slow down and I don't get to take advantage of my own speed, if that makes sense. So we've got some traffic here. This would be a good opportunity for some passing. And that was a clean pass. So on the last lap, I moved from, well, I don't know what spot, maybe I was in 9th, but I was able to move up from ultimately 12th to P7. And I'm okay with that. I don't think that my driver rating will be damaged too much on that one. And my SR rating was good. It was a clean drive. So, good race. I didn't end up where I wanted, but I am happy with how the driving went in terms of sticking to the line, working through traffic, avoiding contact. You know, on that first lap, it was my fault that I got hit from behind. As I was going through one of the turns to the right, I actually skipped up over the curb and had to cut the wheel. And so what that meant was my front wheels were loaded and they were turned, so they had no grip. And then as I hit the gas, my back end went out. So I did have some oversteer, and you know, because of that slowing down, I got hit from behind. So that was my fault. Dropped down from P2 to P12 and had to work my way back up to P7. So congratulate the winner. Oh, excuse me, P6. I'll take that. Congratulate the winner, Dark 443 train. And yep, so this race is over and in the books. Got a thank you from Dark 443 train. And about 6 or 7 minutes, we'll be back at it again. And we'll see where we qualify. That was a nice qualifying spot at P2. We'll see if we can qualify in a similar place and possibly even get on the podium. Clean racing is what makes that happen. So, see you in about 7 minutes.